Well, good evening, everybody. One more little update about the planning for the steam injector. And one thing I want to show you is I rely on a lot of other live steamers and the work they've done before. This is a photograph I printed out from I believe this is John Shook's locomotive. He's a builder in Atlanta that has a website, and if I can remember what it is, I'll update you later. But this is something I found on his website, and I'm specifically focused on how he ran his line into the boiler check valve there, and he ran the copper water feed line very close to the boiler, and it's tucked neatly in, and it goes down into the injector there. And you also notice up here his arrangement of his controls is a lot like mine, and he ran his steam line, it looks like it's forward of the Johnson bar and tucked in close to the boiler, and then out to the injector as well. So let me show you what I've got so far on my locomotive. Obviously it's not nearly as neat looking as all that so far, but first thing I did was I had the connections for the water supply to the injector. I had that, I clamped it in place, and then I cut a short piece of 5/16 inch copper tubing, and I flared it so it'll connect here. It's cut off flush here, and then I was able to just slide the injector on there. This is the drain, this is the water supply. Steam supply comes in here, and then the water outlet will be here. So next thing I did was to cut an old piece of automotive brake line that I had laying around and just put the bends in just to get an idea of what length and how the arrangement of the water line would go. So at least I can visualize that now and decide if that's how I like it or if I want to change something about it. Naturally it wouldn't be sticking out this far, but what I had in mind was drilling a hole in the running board here, so running the water line fairly close, drilling the hole, have about a 45-degree bend go down like that is, and then another 45 or a gentle arc for the connection into the injector. And then the other idea is running this is the quick start valve for the injector, running that line forward and then close to the boiler. It can't be too close. I put this little piece of tape here that I felt underneath, and I can feel where the Johnson bar, the reach rod for the Johnson bar, and for my boiler blowdown valve, the two lines are under here. I'll see if I can show you that. But I put that tape there, so that's, I can't have the hole any further inboard than that. And so then I took another piece of automotive brake line, and I just mocked up a little bit of a bend and found some colorful pink duct tape there and duct taped it in place just to give me an idea of like what this would be if I had the connection there. Here's the reach rod for the Johnson bar, and I don't know, you can't really see it, but the rod for the boiler blowdown is the black painted one right behind the Johnson bar. This is the Johnson bar line here, and so those things you wouldn't want your steam supply interfering with those, so I'd want to be a little forward out, and then could have it coming through down here and some kind of bend it around, maybe even mount the injector a little further forward. But again, that's the beauty of mocking all this stuff up, so I can get an idea of how that needs to be and what would work well and be the neatest arrangement. And the next thing, of course, is the whistle valve, which is going to be something like this, but also I'm thinking have it like this and then have it come down close to the locomotive boiler as well, and then being able to go straight out and make the connection to the whistle. So I'll be playing around with these lines, and if I have some other inspirations, I'll update you at that time. But thanks for watching, and I'll keep you posted.